Hello, this is my pitch for Agent Beta. 3D top-down perspective stealth genre parody game where the player follows an egotistical, super-secret agent on his missions and cleans up after him so the guards don't discover their location. Most stealth games emphasize hiding from the enemy's line of sight and keeping any evidence of the player's presence hidden at all times. Agent Beta takes those elements and adds the humor of following an overconfident oaf around and ensuring his ridiculous body count is well hidden from the enemy. The enemy here are patrolling guards who are trying to keep the super secret agent and Agent Beta out of their base. As the player continues to follow the super secret agent around, the player will gain experience and level up to become faster, stronger, and more sneaky to keep up with the crazy amount of stealth kills. At first, the player will be able to easily find hiding spots for bodies, but as the player advances, hiding spots will become more and more scarce, and the amount of bodies to hide will increase. If the player forgets to hide a body and a guard finds it, the player loses. If the player is discovered while sneaking around, with or without a body, the player loses. If the player takes too long finding a hiding spot, the super secret agent will leave the player behind, and the player loses. The player wins the game by hiding all of the bodies well enough, and making it to the end of the level with the super secret agent. Every time the agent wins a level, the agent is awarded with experience points. If the player levels up, the player can increase one of three stats: hiding, speed, and carrying capacity. Increasing stats is vital to completing the harder levels. Decisions that the player will have to make are where to hide the bodies, where to sneak when avoiding the guards, and which stats to improve when leveling up. Since the game is a parody of all stealth games, it is purposefully made to be similar to all stealth games. What separates Agent Beta and makes it special is the fact that the player doesn't control the main secret agent. Instead, the player follows the main secret agent around and picks up after him. The fact that the player isn't the leading secret agent is a big risk, since players will expect to be the main decision maker in the game. We will have to design the game in a way that makes the player feel like the centerpiece to the game, yet also the super secret agent's assistant. Another risk for the game is the parody genre. Parody games almost rely on humor inside the game to add inherent value. Humor is always a tricky ingredient to play with, since the number of varying senses of humor is vast. If we're too heavy-handed with our parody humor, the game will seem cheesy and overdone. If we're too subtle with the humor, the player may miss the fact that we're making a parody at all, and see the game as a serious attempt at a stealth game. We want the player to take their role as Agent Beta seriously, but who knows what will happen with the super secret agent in charge. Thank you for your time.
Created using Powtoon.